So the analogy that came to mind is it's like being a kid and learning how to swim. When you initially come to the realization of the situations that you let slide, the people that you allow to cross your boundaries, the things that you didn't check, it's like it all compiles into one, and then there's this fire that comes up inside of you, and you just want to start checking people. It's like you feel this almost rage to where it's like, okay, I'm never going to allow this type of treatment ever again. The next person that crosses my line, best believe, is not going unaddressed. But then there's this other aspect that's like, hold on, how do I do this shit? Like, I've gone all this time without addressing these things. So now I have to learn how to handle them properly. I have to learn how to speak in a way where I'm not giving away my power. I have to learn how to direct my energy properly. I have to learn how to deal with these circumstances that I never was taught how to deal with. This is all learning in motion. And so when you think about a kid learning how to swim, there's this eagerness, but there's also this fright. There's this impatience because you just want to get it right. And then there's also this anxiety because it's like you're figuring it out. And I feel like when it comes to stepping into your power, you really have to give yourself grace because there's waves. There's moments where you feel like you have it down pat. You're in your motion. You're setting your boundaries. You're doing your thing. You got your routine. You know how it is you operate, and you're operating in that truth. But then there are times where you may just get caught off guard by something, and you may go a little bit off into the deep end. It's like the kid once again learning how to swim, and now they're inching their way up. They're out in the 6 feet, and now they're a little in their confidence, and they're out there in the 10 feet, and they realize they done gone a little bit too out there. It may not have been necessary just yet. Those moments where you check somebody and you just take it a little bit too far, you realize, okay, maybe that wasn't really necessary. Maybe I really didn't have to go those lengths. Maybe it wasn't necessary for me to be bothered by that as much. And those are the moments I feel like that are also humbling, because I think that the goal is to get to a place where you are ultimately unbothered. You know what your boundaries are. You know how to set your boundaries with people. But when those boundaries are crossed, it doesn't steal your joy. It doesn't take control of your mind to the point where it's just ruining up your day and your focus. And so that's the transition.